Alright, g'day everybody. Sorry I'm a bit late. I've got a sick little girl here. My youngest daughter is off school, not well, and she gets emotional sometimes. And right when I was about to start, she came in my office and needed cuddles from daddy. She seems to be okay. Anyway. Yes, okay, so what I want to do here is I want to use the higher time frames to get us some perspective back on the market, because there is a lot of talk of the market perhaps bouncing from here, and it's been a nice pullback. I mean, let's have a look at Bitcoin where it is now. We're outside of the daily cradle zone, but I'm just going to use this right now to basically do this. 27% pullback. Pretty good. Pretty good. Decent pullback. What was it last time before we saw the bounce? Let's see. I think it was about the same, about 30% ish. Yeah, about that. And then we found a higher low and kept on kicking. Now, what I'm looking at here is some of the time frames you might not look at all that often. That is the 2-day. And we'll look at the 3, 4, and 5 as well. We've got another 22 hours, so another day really for this candle to close. And this candle is going to work with me a fair bit. Okay, this is going to be something that I'm going to put a bit of weight on this time around, and I'll show you why. Well, first of all, it's got to close bullish. If you look at the 2-day, when we broke up through the high of the 2-day, that was really the start of the last move, you see. Bullish 2-day candle right there, broke the high and it kicked on. We can also see it back here, same, it worked. Back here, same, look, it coughed and spluttered a bit, but again here, and we moved. This was the first one that had a deeper pullback. This was a little 2-day candle, but that wasn't the pullback. The pullback was here. We saw the final pullback. That 2-day break to the upside led us to what we've seen over the past, month, really. And it was really strong. So let's have a look at a couple of other things. A couple of other time frames. I'm going to go to the 4-day as well. Which, of course, here's a 4-day bullish candle. Same thing, broke the high. We moved quite well. Now, depending on where this candle closes, it's quite bullish as it stands right now. Yes, it's a red candle, but we do have a rejection of those lows, and it's right in that cradle zone. Now, the only time frame that doesn't really add to that is the weekly. Now, the weekly hasn't gone all the way into the cradle zone, but it didn't quite get there last time. Admittedly, this time it is a little bit further out. You can see that 21% down last week there as well. Now, if I just go ahead now and just start with that 2-day. So we've seen that on the Bitcoin chart. Look at the Ethereum chart. The 2-day doesn't act quite as nicely, but look at the 4-day. That 4-day is smack bang in that cradle zone once again. And it's been a healthy pullback. Ethereum's had to have a pullback. It was quite extended for quite some time. And let's just do this. There we go. 36% there on Ethereum on that 4-day. So back in that cradle zone and looking, it's in the right area. So we'll go on from there to XRP. XRP doesn't really factor in at all because it's a really messy, really ugly chart. Bitcoin Cash is very much the same. There, look at the weekly. It's back in the cradle zone, but that's not a chart that I'm all that interested in at all. Have a look at DOT. We'll go to that 2-day again here on DOT. Here we have back into the cradle zone, a bullish candle in 22 hours, and a bullish candle before. We break the high of this candle, and we do have a good trend in motion there. Look at the daily as well. Still messy, still spiky, but holding in that right region, in that right area. G'day, Annaluccio. Hello. Hope all of you out there are well. Please like, share, subscribe, turn on the notifications, all of that. What is the cradle zone? In and around the 10 and 20 period moving average. If you go to tradercobb.com, there's a completely free course there, which will teach you a lot of the fundamentals that I use for technical analysis, and then you can jump onto the strategies and know what you're looking at. So check that out, but it's in and around this 10 and 20 period moving average, 10 the white, 20 the reddish color. So DOT's another one there on that 2-day, looking very, very nice indeed. Litecoin, have a look at this on the 4-day. Again, trend in motion, good convergence. Had a good pullback. That pullback, let's have a look at it. 38%. Quite the pullback. But again, it is in the right area. Not as bullish as that of Ethereum or Bitcoin, or DOT for that matter at this stage, but it's still in that correct area, that right area. We go on to Binance now as well. Have a look at the 2-day in here. It's back in there. Look at where the daily is as well. Look, the daily... It's just a quick pullback. It's a big pullback. Sorry, I shouldn't say quick. It's going to take a little while. And that's the low there. Call it 50%. 50% pullback over a short period of time there as well. In the right area on the 2-day. The weekly, of course, big weekly pullback there, as you can see, 28%, but obviously the weeks prior were both over 100%-ish, okay? So another one that's in the right area, a strong market indicator, seeing what the rest of the market is looking like. Cardano bucked the trend over the last few weeks, with it continuing to push higher. As you can see there, it's been messy, but the trend is in motion. And given if it was to pull back and give me a little bullish candle in here, I'm keen. But Cardano really still looking super bullish in what has been a fairly bearish market on those pullbacks in the top 10. We'll jump to Link here and we'll look at the 2 and the 4. The 2's a little bit, well, it's still in that right region, but look at the 4-day here. A bullish candle in that cradle zone once again. And to round that out, we'll look at Stellar, which is back in that cradle zone again. Pretty wild looking chart there, but it is in the right area. So when I look across the top 10, which is the majority of the market, right? The market cap is predominantly the top 10, okay? The entire market capitalization I'm talking about is held within that top 10, a large majority of that. So when I see many of these markets in the top 10 pulling back into that cradle zone and starting to look like they might be showing some bullishness, i.e. with those more bullish trends, I'll jump back to Bitcoin here, where we've got these bullish candles. That to me is a very, very good sign. Now, am I getting long Bitcoin right now? No. I don't have any long trades on at this stage, but if I was to see a candle close like this, I would be considering my options, because the candle is not too big. If we consider that candle, let's look at the size of it. 9%. All right, 9% from the high to old highs. We've got easy 2 to 1. So looking at it as from a trading perspective, there is still potential there for us to get a 1 to 1 easy, given the old highs. Is March a good month for the top 10 to go up? I don't look at the months. I don't think months really have any, in my view, I don't see them as having any validity to the market. I read the chart, not the month. Okay, not the month. Look, there may be some periods in time where you go back through and you go, oh, it was a good period. But I still see from 2017 to now, I'm looking at price action and the maturity of the market as opposed to actually going in and having a look at specific dates. So that's why I'm not really that interested in it. G'day, Winston, Loney. You called me for the first time. Well, welcome. Yeah, mate, the camping weekend was great. I'm still feeling very tired. Didn't get much sleep Friday night or Saturday night. For those that are wondering what I'm talking about, I took my kids camping on the weekend, Friday and Saturday nights, back Sunday afternoon, and not much sleep was had by Daddy. Kids had a great time though. So yeah, across the board, and really focusing, digging down onto that Bitcoin chart as we see it right now. Time frames that don't necessarily give don't get a look in very often are starting to come into play right now. And because I trade charts, a chart to chart, the time frame, the strategies that I teach and that I operate with are strategies based around robust trading systems. 3 trading strategies with checklists. By the way, welcome to all of the new clients that we have. I know there is a huge amount of you. Thank you for your support and getting involved. Good luck with your trading, and if you need more, get on live trading floor of the community, and we should help you hold your hand a lot more. So it's been cycling. Let's just have a look at this. It's been cycling between January, Bitcoin, Feb, ETH, March, Cardano. It's been cycling between. Oh, you mean like the swings? Yeah. So bottom line is this for me. The reason that I wanted to give you this video on the top 10 is because I don't see any major weakness. Okay, I don't see anything at the moment that would suggest that we're going to see the end of our bull market. Now, don't forget, that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. What I am seeing, however, is I'm seeing what I rely on, which is trends, which is cyclicity, which is an understanding of markets. So for me, this market on the 2-day and the 4-day on Ethereum, they look very, very good, and it's going to be a very interesting day tomorrow at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time to see how these candles actually go forward and close. December was Bitcoin. Yes, it definitely was. January was ETH. February was Bitcoin. March, AD. Well, I'll tell you what, ADA is already, I mean, you could kind of say that, you know, December, January, February, and March was Cardano. If anything, January probably a bit slow compared to the last few. There's been some stellar runs on Cardano. If you have a look, you know, just how far it's moved from that breakdown here, you know, we're talking about, I think it's about a 10x, no, 12x from that last pushback there. So it has had significant moves at the moment. A couple more things. I like Lumen and 88 Crypto. I think both could go up. What do you think about them? I just went through what I think about them. For me, it's to do with charts. I'm a trader. Fundamentals are not, you know, I do have my own way of analyzing the market, but I'll tell you this much. I've got 16 years in trading experience. I have very little in comparison with fundamental experience. So I base my decisions off what trends are doing and off the information that I know I can turn into profit. So that's why I don't really look at fundamentals. Or I do look at them, but I don't talk to them. I trade based on charts. What do you think about F2 pool? I don't know what that is. ADA went down 540% on Kraken. I tell you what, Kraken is having a really bad run. Ethereum went down to 700 last week as well. So let's just see, is it a perp or USDT? Crypto. Let's have a look. Kraken. Jeez. See, I suspect we're going to see a lot more coming out over the next few days about what's going on there at Kraken, because that is really, really bad. It's really, really not good at all. That shouldn't be happening. Whether that's real and the trades actually went through, I don't know. They can go down 540%, but not when you compare that to FTX. Look, you know, the low of that day, 15.6 cents. 82 cents. Liquidity issues, there's something going on there. It's dangerous. It's not good at all. It is stupid bad. I couldn't agree more. What indicators do I recommend? Well, I just use the MACD. That's it, as you can see. I take everything off. My charts are clean as a whistle, all taught in the free course. You are promoting a scam market. Oh. Okay. Well, Ant Bull, if you think the cryptocurrency is a scam, then I'm surprised that you're even here. Things can only go down 100%. Well, they can only go to zero. Yeah, quite. I agree. What does it mean? I would say that it means that they've got liquidity issues. It just means something happened at Cardano. At Kraken. For me, it's really bad. It did the same day, same time on Ethereum. And like I say, I think we're going to see a lot more coming out over the next couple of weeks there. Algo the same. Well, it sounds like a lot of them had the same issue at the same time, so it's going to really hurt them. Again, for my money, that's one of the reasons. Like, I trade on FTX. I don't know much about Kraken. It's sad to see that this is happening. I don't know why it's happening. I can't really talk to it more than that because you know as much as I do at the moment. So anyway, that's the top 10. I'm starting to see some more bullishness coming in across the market, and I'll be acting accordingly given tomorrow at 11 a.m. if we do see these candles start to look really positive and bullish, and if we start to break the highs, I'll be going into lower time frame mode. Not to say that I wouldn't take a trade like this, but what I would be doing, my action would be based on the lower time frames. What I would love to see would be a little higher low here. We did see a higher low and a higher high over here before it sold off. It didn't push on enough to really give anything of value there. So, you know, all tradable. I'll wait and see what we get next. Do I use RSI? No, what you see is what you get with me. I use what you see in front of you. I use the moving averages, the 10 and the 20, price structure or chart, what are they called? Candlesticks, trend, and it's how I use it that's important. It's not what I use, it's how I use it and how you can learn to use it as well. So if you're anyone who's asking about these questions, like I say, there is a completely free course there. It's about 4 hours and a bit long. Just go to tradercobb.com, get yourself on board. They're all online lessons, so you can start right now if you wish to. It'll teach you what you need to know. Have a great day, guys. I'm going to go back and give my little girl a great cuddle. Oh, by the way, if you're looking for a better trading account that's going to give you access to the market with good liquidity and options, go across to, click the description below here and you'll see 10% off your trading fees on FTX. It's the platform that I use, and I suggest you take a look at that, and you can get 10% off your trading fees. You can also see how to use the platform in the links below as well. I recently completed the courses and I'm enjoying the community so far. Very happy with your service. Great, Jed. Thank you for the vote of confidence. More to come, and enjoy the service. Thanks to all of you. Take care, and I shall speak to you again very soon. Cheers, guys.